Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Keep Expecting Miracles. I am Ilissa.
And I'm Jessica.
Yay! How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing really well. How are you?
I'm good. This is our second or third mini pod. We've tried
Yes,
the mini
the second
pod
one.
format, and so we're trying to see how it works. Let us know if you like this format. We're just trying to change things up a bit, so it won't be so like
hmm
you know it's helping us actually.
Yes, yes.
So
Exactly.
yeah,
You can hear from us more often. We can still do weekly, dropping every Monday.
yes, it's just mini pods. So but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm good. I am rested. I feel like I have energy. I don't usually
Good.
have energy that often because I have
hmm
a 3-year-old and a 10-month-old that is still breastfeeding around the clock, night and day. Shout out to the moms
Yes.
of the young babies out there.
Yes.
But I'm feeling good right now.
And you look amazing in that shirt. I love that.
Thank
It is beautiful. If you're on
you.
YouTube, you need to look. If you're not on YouTube, you need to look at this shirt. Okay.
Yes, this,
It is so pretty.
this is a traditional garment worn by um native indigenous people to the area that I was living in Arizona. I'm not going to even try to say the names of the people because I don't want to disrespect them, but because I don't can't pronounce it. But
Yeah.
it's just yeah, this is just something that the native indigenous people wear within that Mexican, Arizona, all of that was one land. The states divided it up, but all
Yes.
that was one land. It's just something that they would wear. And I just want to say that
It's
it
gorgeous.
probably is like South American too,
Yeah.
you know?
hmm
So,
I can see that.
yeah, it looks like all of that was Mayan influence. So,
hmm Yeah, that's what it looks
yes,
like.
thank you.
Yes, you're
Yeah, I mean
welcome.
that brings us right into what we're going to be talking about, which is redefining the standard of beauty. I feel like
Mm,
we're getting back to the traditional ways of beauty. Um,
yes. Emphasizing what we actually look like,
yeah.
removing the masks.
Yes.
hmm
Yes, yes. We
hmm
wanted to talk about this because Jessica and I are raising small girls who will
We're
become
girl
women.
moms.
Yes,
Yes.
Alina is 3 going on 30. Um, so she's looking at
Oh
me.
my
She's looking
gosh.
at me in every way, and she's, obviously she's gonna. We're trying to build self confidence, but her
hmm
confidence is coming from me and what I look at as beautiful and
Yes.
confidence, and obviously we want to let her know. We want to share with our kids that inner beauty is what's most important. That's what my mom shared with me, but right now we're living in times where there's such contrasts of what
hmm
people think is beautiful,
hmm
um and just how that's being redefined in so many ways. So we're just gonna get right into it.
Yeah.
um
Yeah. Yeah. And I think one of the main things or one of the easiest things that I have been able to redefine beauty for myself and my daughter is through our hair, through
mhm,
wearing my hair like this, like I have it, like you see on the YouTube video,
mhm,
is in my fro and finding, products that work to bring out the best aspects of my hair
mhm,
and her hair.
mhm,
So it's, we're redefining the standard of beauty, and you start that in your home.
mhm. Yeah.
We start it here
Yeah, well,
in our houses.
you like I said, because you had kids first, I'm always looking at you to see what you're doing, but you were just like, yeah, I'm doing things a Beyonce way with my my, my child. I'm not gonna, because Beyonce took a lot of heat for how Blue Ivy's
hmm
hair was. Like, she just didn't do her
Yeah.
hair, and that's blasphemous in the black community. The
Right.
black household is like, you didn't do your child's hair. Like, what's going on?
Yes.
But you're like, oh yeah, I'm doing it the
Yeah.
Beyonce way. I want my child to have all her edges. We are not doing
Mhm.
tension styles. We are not, it does not have to be styled in a certain type of sleek, tight, face framing way. Like she could wear her fro. And I think
Yeah.
that's good. That's really good.
And she loves to. She loves to wear her fro, and I realized too, like if I want her to wear hers, I got to wear mine.
That's true.
Because it's as a child, I remember, growing up in the 90s. My mother also, she worked in Manhattan. She worked at the World Trade Center at NYU, around all of these people who, many of, was European descent. And so she's a Black woman walking around. In order for her to allow herself to feel like she's equal, she straightened her hair.
Mhm.
Not even braids, not those, uh, remember those wavy, hard, crispy hairstyles
Yeah. Yeah.
from the 90s, with the straight hair. But no, she would have just flowing straight hair, and it was beautiful. I loved it. And so, what did I want? Well, why is my hair looking like this?
Mhm.
Why does my hair have to be in twists, Mom? I want hair like you and like my friends at school.
Mhm.
And it actually wasn't until I met you, a Black girl with her hair natural, that I was like, wait, why are you putting water in your hair? You're gonna mess it up.
Mm.
And you were like, no, my hair needs water. And now I'm like, I need water in my hair every day.
Well,
Like,
that was my mom. That was my mom. She
mm-hmm,
was a true, I don't even know, would you, she was a visionary when it came to my hair and my hair journey. Like, I was not allowed to get a perm. She always said, "Your hair is too soft. You don't need a perm. It's gonna fall out." She was a licensed esthetician, not esthetician, a licensed cosmetologist at one point, so she does know how to do hair professionally. She's a hair
mm-hmm,
braider. She knows how to cut. But she always said, "No, you don't need that. You don't need that. You can wear your hair natural." And I'm just like, "What are you talking about?" But even though I didn't have perms, I still feel like my hair was always done. Like,
mm-hmm,
my mom was a braider, so my hair was always in a braid style. Excuse me, my hair was always in a braid style or in some type of, style with hair added. So I didn't discover what my hair truly was to me and the significance of it until I was doing it myself when I had to go to college and learn my hair. And I mean, at that time I did have a texturizer. I had put a texturizer in, and it did make it fall out. My mom was right.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I've been through a little bit of hair trauma. Not that much,
mm-hmm,
but for the most part, I have had natural hair my entire life. It's just I wasn't wearing it in natural styles until
mm-hmm.
I got to be an adult. And my mom did try to put Bantu knots. I did have Bantu knots on one of the last episodes. That was a style from
Yes,
childhood. My mom did put Bantu knots in my hair, but I didn't want to wear my hair like that to school. I
mm-hmm,
didn't.
mm-hmm.
It was cute. It was pretty.
Because it wasn't popular
It
back
wasn't
then
popular.
at all. They
Wasn't.
would have looked at you like, "Where's all your hair?" Plus, it was like having short hair wasn't the
Well,
thing.
I was
If
only
you were a
black.
girl and you had short
I was
hair,
the only black
yes,
girl.
and that.
So I wanted
Mm-hmm.
hair that you could do this
Mm-hmm.
with, you know,
Yeah, exactly.
and you can't do that when you're a little black girl.
Yeah,
So, I
yeah. And
mean,
it,
yeah, now with Alina, we don't like, I mean, I do her hair, but the styles that I put in, puff, Afro puff, 2, 1, 3, my mom has braided her hair now that she's a little bit older. But I don't do tension styles at all because I don't want her edges to be coming out, and I just don't want her to have a negative view of like, okay, my hair always has to be done. I feel like
yeah.
that was one of
Mhm.
the things that, like, growing up, like, we always had to have our hair done. Like, your hair still looks nice if it's not sleeked down or
Yeah.
in rubber bands or in, those balls, or, like, you can wear your
Mhm.
afro, you can wear a puff, you can wear a twist out, you can wear a braid out.
Mhm.
So I'm glad that we're being very intentional with that because it's
Yeah.
true.
One thing too that I didn't tell you about at Thanksgiving is that my mother-in-law, right? We went over to her house, back for Thanksgiving,
Mhm.
and Justice, my daughter, when I was doing her hair that day, I was like, hey, I gave her the option. I said, do you want a hairstyle or would you like to wear your fro? She was like, my fro, mom. So I'm like, okay, let's wear your fro to Nana's house. Let's see how this goes. Cause my mother-in-law grew up, during those times where she just feels like a little girl should have her hair done.
Mhm.
It should be gelled, it should be braided, it should be pinned up, something.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
we went there and she was like, Justice, what's going on with your hair, girl? And so I'm listening, I'm like, oh gosh, where is this gonna go?
You a
And
good one.
Justice was like, my hair? And so she was like, yeah, you have your pretty fro out today. I was like, yes. I was so happy.
She took it in a
I'm like, yes,
positive
her
way.
pretty fro.
Yeah.
Yes. So like, I don't know if she had caught herself.
Yep.
She might have.
Yeah.
She might have. But like redefining it at home, finally, 8 years later,
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
it's like recognize like this is nice. It is nice and pretty to wear our own
To
texture.
wear our own
It is
texture.
okay.
Yes.
We can be as versatile as we wanted to be with our hair,
Yeah.
and
And
with our
and
bodies.
in recognizing that we are versatile humans, like the beauty of being black is that we can do different things to our hair. We can add hair if we want to. We can color it. We can wear wigs. We can wear braids. We can wear twists. We don't have to just be one way. And I think it's good to experiment. I think it's good to the foundation should be this, though. The foundation should be your own hair and loving your own hair, because she will always have something to come back to. She won't have to
Yes.
figure out, like, oh, is this my curl pattern? Like, she's gonna know what her curl pattern is. If she does
Yes.
something to it, she's gonna recognize, oh, my hair is damaged right away, because for most of her childhood, she knows what her ringlets feel like. She knows what her texture
Mm-hmm.
feels like. There's a lot of people that
Yeah.
didn't even know until they were adults, because they stopped getting perms at, age 25
You
or
calling me out?
uh,
Tis I. Ilissa, is this what my hair is supposed to look like? Is it?
yeah. Was it 25 though? I thought you stopped getting the perm way before that.
I know I was in college,
Okay. So yeah,
but then I straightened it.
you
I
straightened
stopped
it.
getting. I stopped. Yeah, I was just flat ironing
Yeah.
for years.
Well, I mean, well,
Mm-hmm.
I love me a good silk press. It will be probably on the next episode. You will see me with the silk press on,
Mm-hmm.
because I go back and forth. I'm versatile.
Yeah.
But the emphasis is on hair care and not just
Yes.
the styling of it. I think that's what we are happy to see. The focus is now, even with the hairstylist,
Mm-hmm.
my hairstylist that I go to, I try to pick hairstylists that focus on the care of my hair, how healthy it looks, how healthy it is and feels, and not just the finished end product of, okay, your hair look good, girl.
Yes.
So that is going to take us right into redefining the standard of beauty as far as our bodies are concerned,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
embracing the curves and lumps and bumps of becoming a mom, and how
Mm-hmm.
your body
Mm-hmm.
changes, and just what does that mean for little girls even then, because Alina's so aware, like she knows when I was pregnant, mom, you have a big belly, mom, you have a big belly. Oh, now mom, your belly's small. Your belly's small. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. I want her to see like me, like loving on myself, and
Yes.
loving my shape and my body. And
Mm-hmm.
we Donnell's another one. He's very much adamant about, like, us not saying certain words in the house, like fat or big, or like we don't, and even if we do, it's not in a negative way. It's
Mm-hmm.
very objective, and like we're making sure we use other words to describe things, or like even the kids, little babies have like fat little chunky feet. And so I'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
Lilita, look at your little fat feet. You'd be like, don't say that to her. I'm like, I can't say she has fat feet. I mean, hello.
Oh my gosh. He's thinking about the connotation, but
Yeah.
you're using it in like an endearing way. So,
Yeah. Like,
hmm
really? So,
hmm
but yeah.
yeah, I do the same thing, even with the way that we dress. Because my I've been overweight for like majority of my life, and even after having kids, it's like you're still overweight, but things fall a different way.
Mhm.
I struggled with body image so much growing up that I wanted to make sure that Justice, even my son, even with Jaden, I wanted to make sure they don't have an issue with their body image because they already do. They go to school and they're some of the biggest kids in the class because we are in the area that we live in is majority like white and Hispanic.
Mhm.
Not many and I will say like white and Hispanic, like white Hispanics. So not many Afro Latinas or Afro not, and not
Mhm.
many not many black people at all.
Mhm.
And so they're coming into class and they're always like the larger child. And so even like with her body, like the way I had to make sure that I'm not saying, oh, I need to lose weight, or oh, I need to or I look big here, or criticizing myself in front of her.
Mhm.
That's something that my mother used to do, which it's not a big deal that she used to do it, but I know that it made me look at myself as a child.
Mhm.
So and plus I already had the outside people, so it's like you're already getting, it's just like double negative. It's too much.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
you want to be feeling good about yourself when you're going out into the world.
Yeah.
And so I reshaped that for her, like, okay, well, this is what our legs look like. So the type of pants that look good, the type of style that look good on our body, we have to dress our bodies in a way that looks good for
That
us,
enhances.
because this is what your body is shaped like. This is what my body is shaped like.
Right.
And I know this looks good
Right.
versus, going on the other end.
Right. Right.
And that's something that has helped her. She feels like she doesn't feel she knows that she's a little, she's taller than everybody else, but that's clear to see, but she does feel equal.
Okay, good.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's good. That's important. That was another thing too that my mom always taught me too, is just like, you wear the clothes, don't let the clothes wear you.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
dress for your body type. What do you think looks good on your body, not just what do you think looks good, you know? What are
Yes.
ways in which you can enhance the, things that you want to highlight that you think look like, I feel like I like to wear a lot of halter tops and backless things because I have a pretty back. So weird to say. I have
Mhm.
a pretty back. Like my neckline, there's things I wear. I wear the same thing a lot because I know it works for me. Like, you're not gonna
Mhm.
see me here in like a tube top or it's just certain things that I'm just not gonna wear because it doesn't look good on me.
Mhm.
Point whether it's
Yeah.
in fashion or not, in style or not. So
Yeah, because not everything is made for everyone, and there are so many choices out there, and the point is to just find what works for
what
you.
works, and there it's also too, like, my grandmother and my mother, they're both seamstresses. Like, hello, like, you are supposed to get stuff tailored to your body. That is
That
a
part.
thing.
That part. You know who? My husband's actually the one that would buy clothes and he would take it to go get tailored. Mostly because he's taller, so he'd buy pants that are like really long. But he had me thinking. I'm like, why don't I do that?
Mhm.
This dress is cut a little weird. They can go and cut it up and fix it
They can
for me.
add, they can take away, they can
Mm-hmm.
fix straps, they can make it shorter, they can make it longer. There's so many different things that you can do. Yep.
I feel bad sometimes because I feel like my I'm not sure if I told you this, but my grandmother in Jamaica, she used to own a bunch of different seamstress companies. So she's always been a seamstress and even
I
had
didn't
like a
know
dress
that.
store and everything. Yeah. So I feel like, man, I have this sewing machine I don't know how to use, but I will happily go and pay somebody to do it for me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's part of so important to just
Yeah.
dress in the way that looks good for
It
you.
makes you feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Makes you feel good too. I know the reason why I said there's such contrast right now because I feel like it's in Hollywood, it's switched from small and thin to big and voluptuous right now. And I
Yes.
saw like, oh my gosh, we were going into Walmart like last week, me and Alina, and it was this mother daughter. And the daughter was probably Justice's age, and the mom was probably our age. It was like the same thing. And
Mm-hmm.
the mom had on like those Fashion Nova workout pants that enhance your butt, but she clearly had her butt done. She had a crop top
Oh.
on. She looked,
Uh,
and it was not tasteful. I mean, she
yeah.
just did not look good. I look at the daughter, she wearing the same thing. The same exact thing. She's 8 years
Oh.
old and looking a mess. I'm
I need to
like,
spit on the mother-daughter outfit.
why is she dressed like this and why she got her daughter and y'all going to Walmart? What are y'all trying to do?
Because they going to Walmart.
I was confused. I try not to be judgmental of people, but I'm like, lady, first of all, why are you
Mm-hmm.
even looking like that? Second of all, why you got your
Yeah.
child looking like that? Like,
Exactly.
mm.
That's crazy. Yeah.
She clearly had
That's
and her
crazy.
butt was like, I knew it was enhanced just by the way that it looked. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
just like, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
This is
Mm-hmm.
crazy that even normal people now, like regular everyday people, getting their bodies done, which is there's nothing wrong with it. If that's what is for you, but sometimes there's ways to do things.
Yeah. I
Most of
mean,
the people
you don't have to have everything hanging out, all the time, especially when you got it done. You got it done because you want to look good in your clothes. But then, like, if you're not really wearing the clothes and you go to the supermarket, I
in
don't know.
Walmart looking a mess. She did not look a mess.
Yeah.
She did not look right. She did not look right at all. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
But insecurities
yeah.
come out in all ways. So,
Yes, yes. We wanted to talk about the media portrayal too of our standards of beauty and just
mm-hmm.
how people feel like they have to get things done for
Yes,
certain
in order to be
roles or
accepted.
just to be accepted. Like SZA,
Yes.
I used to be a
I
SZA
know.
fan until she got her body done. Like
Mm.
I'm just like, what is going on? Like I'm somebody who always identified with Chili because she was little.
Uh-huh.
She had
Yeah.
small boobs. She had like little waist and a little bit of hips and a small butt. Even though I have kind of a bigger butt, I'm not gonna say that out loud. Like
You're shapely.
yeah, a
Mm-hmm.
shapely bottom area, protrusive bottom area. That that's what the tailor said that, and when we were getting
Oh my
Donnell,
God.
we got Donnell a suit made, and he was just like, I was like, yeah, he has a football player butt, huh? And he was like, he has a protrusive bottom area. He was like, I have to say things in a way that's neutral, so he doesn't say like, yeah, man, you got a big butt.
Oh my gosh.
But so like and SZA was a smaller person too. So every time like a
Mm-hmm.
smaller petite person like is in the media, I'm like, oh, see, they're good. She doesn't have breast implants. She doesn't have this. Like they're good. And there she goes now with her
Yeah.
butt and boobs and whatever else, probably full body contour. And I'm not a
But
fan.
see, here's what it does. Here's what it did for her, I think. It's sometimes you have to have the physical representation of what you are looking for in order to expand your mind to go after opportunities that were already there for you. So she was holding herself back and she felt like getting that augmentation, adding on to herself would add on to the opportunities, and that's what it's going to do because it's going to do that,
Yeah,
but she doesn't realize that she did not need
she
that.
did
And there were people that she
it.
was representing with it, which I gotta say, I'll just say I've never been a fan of SZA. I mean, I did like almost until she was like, I don't make music for cancers. And so I was like, well, I don't like you neither. Anyway, so the person that I always looked up to was Raven Simone. And she recently let it out. She has a podcast, funny enough, called Tea Time. She and her wife,
That's
and
a whole nother
she,
conversation. She and her wife.
yeah,
That was a
I
big
know,
shocker. Not
yeah,
the fact that she has a
I know,
wife.
I know.
Not the fact that she has a wife. That is not what shocked me. But
It,
keep going.
it's,
Keep going.
I know
Keep
what
going.
shocked you.
Keep going. Keep
Okay,
going.
okay, but see, there's a reason. It is childhood. I'm gonna speak on it. It's childhood trauma that had aligned her with the person that she chose
Yeah.
as her lifelong mate. However, childhood trauma that she experienced was getting a freaking breast reduction at the age of 15. Now, I remember being 15 years old. She's what? She's like 3 years older than we are.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember being 15 years old, watching her on That's So Raven. And I was like, oh, that's my girl. I love Raven Simone, yada, yada,
Mm-hmm.
yada. Come to find out now that I really more so aligned with Raven Baxter, the character,
And not Raven
than Raven
Simone.
Simone,
Yeah.
because Raven Simone's parents were okay with her getting a breast reduction, and like not it's not that she went looking for it. It's that they advised her to get it because it would allow her to open up for more roles. It would allow her to
Mm-hmm.
get more opportunities, because she was in a she I mean, they were large. She was in a triple D bra.
Mm-hmm.
But like, excuse me, like, you want me to go through surgery and remove part of me so that other people can accept me and give me more movie roles? Like,
So
this
when
is for
she's
money?
speaking about it, what is her tone? Was she happy with her decision, or
I didn't get to watch it.
it's not,
I still need to watch it. I haven't
I
watched it
will
yet, but I read
say
about
the
it.
people that I know that have had breast reduction say that they love it because
Okay. Well,
the
and
back
so I can
pain.
see that because of the pain. Yes, but this didn't mention anything about her being in pain. I will say that I did watch one episode of Tea Time where she was saying that she didn't have a safe place as a child, that no
Okay.
one would hear her out. So
Okay.
I'm connecting, okay, well, she didn't feel like she was in a safe place, and then now her dad, in the article, it did say that her dad was like, you should get the breast reduction.
Oh
And
wow.
it's like, she wasn't even like, she wasn't like a big person. She was,
Well,
taller and thicker,
I
but
think that's just that
not.
industry too, and I mean I can't even say that
Mm-hmm.
they probably. It's probably uncommon for guys, like as a male coming up, like that wouldn't even be considered. I mean, for
Mm-hmm.
obvious reasons, males don't have breasts like that, but it's just like the stuff that goes on in your mind as you're forming and developing, and but they probably were doing stuff to hold them down. She probably had them taped down,
Probably.
wearing clothes to
Yeah.
cover them, make them smaller. Like they probably were already doing that before she even got the reduction, so she could play
True.
Raven and play Xenon. Girl, what was
Yeah.
she? Who was she? Nebula. Play Nebula and Xenon Girl of the
Mm-hmm.
21st Century.
Yeah, I don't remember the character name, but yeah,
Nebula. You don't
probably.
remember Nebula?
I don't, girl, no. Whenever Raven was in something, I'm like, that's my girl Raven.
Raven
That's
was
it.
Raven.
Yeah, she was always Raven for me. I love
Yeah.
Raven. Even now, I still love her. I just,
Yeah.
I'm glad that she has a podcast and that she's
I'm
going through talk
happy.
therapy.
I'm
And
happy for her,
yeah.
even though there's some things that have been very shocking that she's revealed. But I
Uh-huh.
am happy for her. I am. I am.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, the media, the one thing that I love in the media now is that Afro hair is being shown and being, you know, um, just revered,
Highlighted.
and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
And people wearing their own textures,
Yeah.
and even now, like, we can find even wigs that look like what my hair looks like right now.
Exactly.
You can just throw it on.
Exactly.
It just makes me so happy, because that's something that years ago we would not have seen. That a
No.
generation ago we would not have seen
Not
that.
at all. Not Issa Rae is another
So
one. Her hairstylist, they always highlight black hair and the many different textures. Who else?
mm-hmm,
I'm trying to think. Taraji,
mm,
I mean, she has different styles. Tracy Ellis
she does.
Ross, obviously,
Yes.
she's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
That is highlighting her own natural hair and her natural beauty, and
Yep. Tabitha Brown,
Tabitha
with
Brown.
her,
She's another one.
giving her hair a
A
persona.
persona, yes. She's another one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. This was good. This was a good conversation. I'm happy that we were able to talk about this, and we're forever evolving and accepting and loving on ourselves and our hair, our body, our
Yes.
skin, and so we have to be open and honest about it, and
Yes, because our authenticity, what makes us us, what makes you you, is what makes you stand out.
Yeah.
And it's I used to tell my students when I was a teacher, they would say like, "What do we have in common?" And I'm like, literally, what we have in common are our differences. We're all different. We all have something different, and that is a similarity.
Yeah,
And that's all we need.
that's true.
The world needs your difference.
Yeah.
Like it is needed.
That
So
is very
great
true.
conversation.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you guys
Hmm.
for tuning in today. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to us, our channel on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up. Come to our Instagram page. Follow us on Instagram at Keep Expecting Miracles Pod, and rate and review us anywhere you listen to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Audible, Amazon Music, Spreaker, and send us your manifestations, please,
Please.
at Keep Expecting
Yes.
Miracles at gmail.com. We are accepting manifestation success stories and manifestations, things that you want to manifest. So thank you for listening, guys. Until next time, bye bye.
Bye.